Guys, it's the end of the week. I'm kind of hungry and I need your help. Sorry for the hot mess express. I didn't have time to do my hair and put on makeup. I really just wanted to hop on and talk for a little bit so that I don't start snacking. So, welcome back. We're here for coming in the end of week 2. So today's Monday. Tomorrow is shot day. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm hungrier today than I have been for 2 weeks. So this is the coming up on the tail end of 2 weeks. Tomorrow will be shot number 3 at 2.5 milligrams of Zepbound, mounjaro, the same thing. I'm taking Zepbound, but I am a little bit hungry. So I figured maybe I would talk to you guys and look for some emotional support so that I'm not emotional eating. So yeah, let's talk about the weeks. So currently, down 11 pounds. So obviously thrilled with that. Things are great. Like I said, going in the end of 2 weeks. But I figured I would share some things with you, and then Wednesday, I'll have a full update on everything after we begin shot number 3. So I figured I would talk about some of the snacks that I have found that I like and don't like. First of all, I have to say, I know I've talked about this before, that I was having some issues with my coffee, not really loving my cream anymore. In the beginning, it was that my cream was a little extra calories that I wasn't really feeling. The sugar, definitely, and I like my cream light and creamy, my coffee light and creamy. So there was that, and I didn't want to waste those calories. And then in the end, the sugar is just not really, sorry, I know I'm a mess. The sugar's, I'm not really feeling the flavor of it anymore. So a bunch of people on a support group that I am on Facebook were saying to try protein shake in my coffee. So I had bought a couple. I had run into the grocery store and I had bought, I think it's called Jocko Malk, like milk, MOLK, Jocko, like you're a jock. And I was like, it's okay. But actually in my coffee, it wasn't bad. And then I would just use like a tablespoon still of the coffee mate, which is what I always used. So that was a lot better. And then what I was doing is I would use the rest of that shake with a little bit of coffee and make like an iced coffee kind of mochaccino-y type thing and take that to work. And then I wasn't really hungry. So that's what I did the end of all of last week. Now I ordered the Premier Protein because everyone is swearing that the Premier Protein is number 1. It's the best. So I got the Premier Protein vanilla. I don't like it. I mean, it's not terrible, but the Jocko milk was definitely, my coffee was better with that. This one, when I put it in, it doesn't have like, you want that creaminess when you, like, if you like cream in your coffee, you get like that creaminess for your coffee. This looks like watered down iced coffee in a coffee mug. And I was like, it just looks totally different. So I tasted it and I didn't like the taste. So I put a little bit of my cream in it. It's not my favorite, but I bought a case, so I have 12 of them. So I'm going to have to finish them. And then I think sometime during the week, I will run to just like Cumberland Farms and I will see if they have the Fairlife vanilla, because obviously everyone's saying that's the best, but the most expensive. On Saturday, I did stop. I was out and about, and then I realized once I was out, I was like, oh, I forgot to bring a snack or something with me. So I ran into Cumberland Farms and I grabbed a Fairlife chocolate, and it was excellent. I don't even like milk, so I'm not going to say like, oh, it was so good, it was like chocolate milk, because I don't like chocolate milk. But this protein shake was really good, and it had 30 grams of protein, and I was fine for the rest of the day. So I think I will go like again to like Cumberland Farms or something, see if they have the vanilla before I invest in like a case of it. And if it's better, then maybe I'll switch to that next time. If not, then maybe I'll just go back to the Jocko milk. I know they sell that on Amazon as well. So I guess I was in the latter part of the majority there. I was not the biggest fan of the Premier Protein the way everyone else was. And obviously, all of our taste buds are different. However, I did find a big win. So I went to the grocery store Saturday and I needed to get fruits and stuff like that for my son. Not an Aldi near us, so I had to go to my bookkeeper's, pick up our taxes. She lives a few towns away, and there happens to be an Aldi one town over. So I was like, hey, let me run in there. It's the second time I've been in an Aldi in probably 10 or 15 years. And I went in and I was just kind of browsing around. I was thrilled with the fruit. I got my son's blackberries for like $1.69 a container or something like crazy like that. I was like, wow. Yeah, raspberries $2.99, blackberries $1.69. That was a huge, blackberries are expensive. So that was awesome. Well, there was a whole end cap of bars, like protein bars and stuff like that. So I was checking them out. I ended up buying 2. So this morning I did have, again, now I had the protein shake this morning, but I was still getting a little hungry today. So this morning I bought these. You saw, if you watched my first video, I had stocked up on some stuff. So I had bought these Kind bars, and they were like a protein breakfast bar. This is the first one I've had. So it's been almost 2 weeks and I haven't had any of this. Well, I've had one of the other ones. So this is the Kind bar. This was a breakfast bar that was 5 in a package. This Kind bar has 9 grams of protein, 220 calories. They're like a thin little, inside there's 2 of these. This was $8.99 or $9.99 for the box of 5. I was in Aldi and they have their own, I'm assuming it's their own brand. I don't know. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Elevation. So this was the Elevation bar. So there was 5 in this package, and these were $4.99, guys, half the price. So these particular snap bars, I had this one today. This is a peanut butter fudge crisp. I had this for like a breakfast, maybe around 9:30, 10 o'clock this morning. I loved it. It was excellent. I'm sorry, I had this yesterday as a snack. I lie. This was the breakfast I had today. But this breakfast bar is 11 grams of protein and only 140 calories. Now, like every other granola bar out there, it's smaller than, the package appears, but I really, really liked it. This would also be great as like a dessert. So $4.99 for 5 of these, that's $1 a piece. Much big difference compared to all the other bars out there. So if you have an Aldi near you, I suggest checking them out. They had a ton of boxes of different stuff. And then I also got this one. I'm super excited for this. I really, really, really hope that this one is as good as I want it to be. This is also by Elevation, and this is called an energy bar, but this is white chocolate macadamia nut. I love macadamia nuts. This one, for these energy bars, it's 260 calories, 9 grams of protein, and these were $5.49 for the box. So again, and this is it's pretty thick, so it seems like a pretty substantial amount in here. Now, I don't know near you guys, but the Walmart that I normally shop at used to have a white chocolate macadamia nut bar, and I loved them. I think they were kind of probably high in calories, but if we went to Disney or something like that, I would throw a couple of those in my bag because I'm not a big breakfast eater. And then around 11:30, I would get like a little hungry and I would have one of those. And I cannot find them at the Walmart near me anymore. There's not a spot for them on the shelf anymore. I bought them twice and then they went away. So I was really excited to find these. Again, I haven't had it yet, so I don't know 100% how it is, but once I do, I will definitely let you know. But I know these in particular were really good, and for the price, phenomenal for still being like a protein bar. This was another one I had bought when I did my original Walmart haul. These are by Quest. So these were Quest bars. I believe these were 5 in a box, $8.99 or $5.99. These are 20 grams of protein, 180 calories. These, again, a pretty thick one. So these are a bit larger. This particular one is blueberry muffin. It was okay. It had like a weird, it had that taste like you were eating that whey protein. So, and then every once in a while, I would get what I'm thinking was like, I don't know, it almost tasted like a white chocolate or something that I would bite into that I was like, oh, that's not bad. So I would kind of like keep eating it to look forward to that like one bite of something else. It wasn't terrible. I have had bars in the past, like honestly, the last Special K ones I got, and I don't think they're even in here. I had gotten some type of like a Special K protein bar, and they're just not great at all. So that was better than that. I will finish them. I don't think I'll buy them again. I would buy these again. These Kind bars, I would buy again. Those were actually really good. Maybe not for everybody, but I'm sure they have different kinds. These were peanut butter, banana, dark chocolate. And I like that banana. But every time I took a bite, you don't expect it to be a banana. And then every time I took a bite, I was like, oh, there's banana in there. So these were, but they were good. I did enjoy these. And I think if you were just like wanted to nosh on something a little bit, you could probably do one and do half the calories on that one and save one for like later on for another snack. So again, I want to just keep on talking so I can, I don't know, what time is it? It's probably pushing 8 o'clock right now. And I would love to make it to 9 o'clock so that I can get myself ready for bed. And I'm not going to say that I've got that, the food chatter. It's definitely, my husband's out. He won't be home until 9:30. My other son is upstairs, printing on his 3D printer, and I'm kind of like down here alone and I'm watching videos. And when you're doing that kind of stuff, you're just thinking. The last few days, not so bad. Yesterday, definitely started coming in, but I was busy all day. So today, and it was a little bit more stressful at work today, stuff starting to happen. It's that time of year. Anybody who works in education knows budget time is never a fun time. So, the mood was, it was just a whole thing. So yeah, I just want to keeping my mind off of other things, and I would love to have you guys help me with that. So a couple of snacks that I have kind of had on hand. So cuties, like 37 calories. These are awesome. These are like, you can have them whenever you want. So I usually keep one of these in my lunchbox because they're a nice sweet treat, juicy, keep your vitamin C up. I think I showed you guys these before, but I actually love these. So these are the Sun-Made Minis. So these would be like for little kids, like snack packs or something. But these are only 60 calories. And they're little itty bitty. These are the vanilla yogurt covered raisins. But let me just show you guys how many are actually like in here. So it's a pretty decent amount. Like this, there's a pretty decent amount in here. So it's a good snack for the 60 calories. And usually I love the yogurt covered. I had some yesterday, and I don't know if it's the medication or what it is, but I was like, I didn't end up finishing this little itty bitty teeny tiny box. That's, like the size of my mandarin here. I didn't finish it. And it was just because I was like, I just don't want them. So I'm almost thinking raisins maybe would have been better. But again, I will eat them eventually. I'm not going to throw them away. Maybe my little niece will eat them. When I see her, I'll keep them in my pocketbook for the baby. So another snack, this is what I've been doing, and I feel like a 3-year-old. But I'm one of those people that will grab the bag and just eat out of the bag instead of, like, my husband will eat chips. He always puts them in a bowl, and I'm like, why are you dirtying in a bowl? But because he's eating a lot less. When I have a bag of something, I'm going to eat a lot more. So I love pistachios. Pistachios has, a lot of protein. We got 6 grams of protein in here for a nice snack. And a 1/4 cup is a serving size. So I measured out a little 1/4 cup. And actually, that's a pretty good amount for a snack, right? So I have my little snack bags, and I measured out So in my little snack container in the closet, before I go to work, I can just grab one of these, or I can grab one of these. And usually I don't eat it. I have my lunch. I don't usually eat a snack. Sometimes I'll have my cutie because I feel like I'm getting my vitamin C, and that's a good thing. But I'll throw these, I'll kind of keep them, and I should put some in the car because then I wouldn't have had that problem on Saturday when I went out to get my taxes and stuff. But I need to keep more snacks in hidden places. Maybe that would be a good idea. And then I have my little bags of pretzels. So I bought these a couple of weeks ago, and these are 140 calories, and there is a little bit of protein. There's 5 grams of protein, so you're getting a little bit of protein, but you're getting a little snack in there. And at first I was like, seriously, 10 pretzels? What am I going to do with that? Here's my bag. It's actually not terrible. This is a snack, people. This is normally what I would take into the living room with me and eat God knows how many, because you're just doing it. If I take this and I'm chewing slowly, I will be sitting there watching TV and I'll think I'm done and I'll still have 3 or 4 left. And I'm like, wow, it does go because we're not eating as much. And these are something that I already like. Like, I didn't go looking for the peanut butter and the protein. These were something that I like. And I figured if I was going to have a pretzel, the extra protein was phenomenal. And not for nothing, the other snackers in my house don't love them as much. So then I won't have to buy them every single week. I'd rather have some of my own stuff that I can keep kind of on hand and have it there when I need it. So I've kind of invested, you might say, the past few weeks in some, different snacks and stuff like that. But I bought most of this stuff that first haul, guys. Look at how many pistachios are still in here, and how many are actually, there's 12 servings. I've had 1 or 2 out of here. So, when you're actually portioning out what we're supposed to be eating for a portion, and realizing that our body is now okay with that on the shot, that we're not as hungry as we think we are. We had fajitas for dinner tonight. Normally, if we have tacos or fajitas, more so with tacos for some reason, when we eat tacos, I always eat a crunchy taco. When we eat fajitas, I eat the soft taco, and I will grill them on my flat top to get them a little bit crispy. I had 2. That's like, I feel like that never happens. 3 is probably normally the least amount. I mean, I'm not going to say I eat 4 or 5, but definitely 3, sometimes 4 if they're the crunchy ones, or I'll crunch them up and make a taco salad because it doesn't look like I'm eating 4 tacos. But yeah, definitely eating more for sure, and having the pre-packed snacks, I would say is definitely big. One thing that I told you I was doing the Benefiber. I started with a magnesium for the constipation issues. And then somebody else was leaving some comments somewhere on one of the Facebook pages or something saying, we're eating less, our body's digesting less, maybe just leave well enough alone. And I'm starting to kind of think like, it's only been 2 weeks, starting my 3rd shot tomorrow, and maybe just relax and things will happen when they're supposed to happen. So I did buy the magnesium because I heard that magnesium is also really good for muscles and joints and restless legs. And I had ACL surgery in August, and my knee has really been bothering me at night, and it just aches and aches. And I was like, well, maybe the magnesium could be a twofer. It could help with the bathroom situation, and it could help me at night with the muscle pain and the joint pain from the ACL, because I did see my surgeon on Tuesday, and he said the ACL is strong and it's fine. We just need to keep the therapy going, and I figured magnesium would help. So I ordered some magnesium. Who the heck knew that there was 11 different types of magnesium? I didn't. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. And I don't pretend to play one on TV. So I bought some magnesium, and apparently there's 11 types of magnesium. And the one that I bought, can help with some of these things, but there's others that help more. So again, I was like, great, now I have this huge bottle of magnesium. I have all of these things. So I will use what I have, and then, as we continue down this road, maybe change some things up. So if anybody has any other suggestions for muscle, joint aches, or anything like that, and I'm not going to say that none of this is related to this medication. This was all pre-existing stuff that was happening. I have fibromyalgia, which I don't know. I have a whole other view on the fibromyalgia. It's probably more weight. I have had a couple of surgeries in the past couple of years, and I've had some nerve damage because of one of the surgeries, and I have all kinds of other stuff happening. So, but at night I do get these aches and pains, and sometimes things are just really achy and restless, and I'm getting Charlie horses. So I'm going to continue trying the magnesium, but if anybody has any other suggestions, please drop them in the comments down below. I'm going to leave you guys there, and tomorrow is shot day. So I will be taking my third injection of 2.5 tomorrow. And I'm just right now debating on what I'm going to do going forward. So I'm definitely going to finish the full 4 weeks. I just haven't decided if I'm going to go up to the 5 at week 5, or if I'm going to stick it out at 2.5 for 8 weeks, or what I'm going to do. Hopefully, and it could be dependent on the pharmacy and stuff like that. So I will call probably next week, because I think it's like around the 20th, maybe, when I believe it's around the 20th when I can refill. So it might be that I'm going to have to call the pharmacy, see what they have. And if they have one or the other, then that might just be what I have to go with. So we're going to have to, just wait and see. So I guess I will leave you guys here. Thank you so much for being here and supporting me while I try not to snack the night away. I'm going to go make my coffee, get ready for work for tomorrow, and I will check in with you guys on the flip side. Thanks for being here. Okay, so here we are. It's Wednesday evening. We are a full 2 weeks in. So I took my third shot yesterday, Tuesday morning, 6:30. I wanted to take it in my upper arm, but I couldn't unlock while it was in, so I would need somebody else to do that. And I'm currently doing Tuesday mornings, and my husband's already at work. So I went with upper left thigh. So first shot was right thigh, second shot was stomach. Yesterday was left thigh. Now the first shot, I feel like within 24 hours, I had hunger. Like I felt less hungry. I didn't really have any side effects. So for the first 2 weeks, I was like, wow, this is amazing. I feel like I'm in the minority. I get really bad motion sickness. A lot of medications already make me sick. So I was super scared. So 2 weeks going, and I was like, wow, this is pretty awesome. I'm not really getting any side effects, and I seem to have like a really good decreased appetite. Maybe Sunday-ish, I started to definitely, as I said before, started to feel a little bit hungrier. Monday was kind of lousy, and I took my shot yesterday morning, and I don't know, like I'm just not feeling as good as I was feeling. So I had been contemplating on what I was going to do at the end of the 4 weeks, because my doctor said, I could go to the 5, but I was like, oh, if I'm doing well on the 2.5, maybe I'll just stay. And I was really kind of talking through it in my own head. And now I'm starting to think that so my next shot will be next Tuesday. I'm thinking I'm going to go up from there if it stays this way. I'm definitely thinking about it more. So I'm thinking about food more. I'm not hungry. Like I don't know. I kind of feel hungry sometimes, but not really. One thing that I am getting, and it started Sunday night, I think, is around 9:30, I'm getting like lightheaded and dizzy, so that I'm just kind of going to bed. But even like when I'm in bed, I'm a little lightheaded. I'm not super dizzy, but I am like a little lightheaded. It almost feels like that low blood sugar feel. And I'm not loving that. But again, it could be worse. Just right now, like I just kind of got it. Like I moved my head and I kind of got like that, like lightheaded, like I'm gonna be dizzy. So that's been coming and going a little bit. So I guess if that's the worst side effect for right now, I'm still kind of in the minority, so I can't really complain. My big fail for the week, and I know a lot of people are going to be like, absolutely not, this is not. So I just told you guys when I checked it, I think it was Saturday or Sunday, the beginning of the video, that I had lost 11 pounds. So this is Wednesday morning. My third shot was yesterday. So this morning at weigh-in, I was up a pound. So technically that's 10 pounds. So yesterday I was 11 pounds. That was the Tuesday. Today I'm 10. So last night we had so it's budget season in education. If anybody's in education, they know that. It's blah, blah, blah. So school committee meeting was last night. It was very stressful. And I came home from that not in the best mindset. And I knew that there was chocolate mousse in the refrigerator that my mom had made me. Now I ate maybe like 2 bites of it on Sunday. She sent it home and it's been in there. And my son never ate it. So I knew it was in there when I opened up the refrigerator, and, that emotional eating kind of still kicked in. So I maybe ate like a third. It was like a ramekin, and I maybe ate a third of that. So still just a couple of tablespoons. And I was sad because I didn't love the chocolate. It's one of my all-time favorite desserts, always has been, and I wasn't really loving it. So I didn't finish it. I put it back in the refrigerator, and I did have a bit of a stomach ache last night. Not terrific, like horrific, not, enough to take anything, but I did get a stomach ache. So I'm thinking that was from the sugar, because I've had no candy. I've had no real like sugary. I think that's, other than Sunday, I had a little bit of that and a little bit of angel food cake, and that's not super sweet. I think that's the only actual sugar that I've actually sat down and eaten. So I haven't had any cookies or anything like that. So I definitely got a bellyache from that. So there's that. So I was almost sad that I didn't like it's. I know it's a good thing, but I was a little sad that like one of my favorite things, so that being my coffee cream and now chocolate mousse, are not high on my list. But obviously that's a plus, that those things are not something that I'm craving. And I don't know if it's boredom, frustration, or what it is, but I'm definitely getting a little bit more chatter in my head. And I know I shouldn't be frustrated, because any other normal diet, exercise, fitness routine, 10 pounds in a month would be phenomenal. So I think the fact that like the first week, and it was probably water weight, was so good. And then I still had like that 4 pounds the second week. Losing that pound and now going back to 10 was like heartbreaking this morning. And I know it shouldn't be. And I know, I should be losing lower and the whole 9 yards. So I'm well aware. I was hoping for another increase and it wasn't there. So that brings me to like my next thing is, what are you guys doing with the scale? Because I bought a new scale because the other scale was broken. If you watched one of my previous videos, I know I talked about that. But so I have a new scale, and every morning I weigh myself. And I know that that's a bad thing, and I want to not do that, but I'm not going to get rid of the scale. I'm not going to put it somewhere else. I'm not the only person that lives in the house. I really, in my head, want to find a way to force myself to do weekly, because then that would be like kind of opening up the big birthday present, right? Because the daily and sometimes just seeing those ounces, it almost knocks you down a little bit. And I want to find a way to change that. So I need to change the mindset and kind of get those thoughts out of my head. So on a more positive note, in the beginning of the video, I was showing you some of the different bars that I had tried. And yesterday I did have the macadamia, the white chocolate macadamia nut. Oh my God, it's so good. If you have an Aldi near you, go try some of these bars. So again, they were by Elevation, and I had bought the chocolate peanut butter crisp. That was really good. And you could almost use that one as a little bit, like if you did want a sweet treat or some type of dessert or something, that would be a good one. And it was only 140 calories. The white chocolate macadamia, I almost don't even want to say it because I don't want everybody to buy them and then be gone like the Walmart ones, but these are so good. I absolutely obsessed with those. But I had one yesterday, and like it's not like I've been hungry again, so I haven't had any more, but they're in my closet and I know they're there, and I will, I'll always have one of these in my work bag so that I have something. Those Premier protein shakes, yeah, no, those are not like doing it for me. Again, I will force myself to finish them, but last week I was really enjoying those Jocko Milk, and putting that with my iced coffee and having that as kind of an ice, it was more like an iced latte, iced cappuccino thing that I was taking to work, and I wasn't really hungry and I didn't need something else. With the Premier protein ones, I don't know, they didn't have like that nice, they don't have a lot of flavor. If you drink it straight out of the bottle, they seem okay, like I get that vanilla flavor. But mixed with my coffee, the other ones were 1,000 times better, and I wasn't hungry. With the Premier protein, I was still hungry, and I ate some type of a bar or a banana or something the 2 or 3 days. So I definitely will switch back. I might even put the Premier ones on Facebook Marketplace or leave them in the refrigerator and see if my son wants them, and I might end up switching because I did enjoy the other ones a lot better, and they did seem to be a better breakfast for me where I didn't have to have something else. So, yeah. Okay, so just for like a final recap, the only other thing was, so the 2.5 to the 5. So I'm thinking I'm definitely going to do that. So we'll talk again next week, see if that's the final decision. We'll see how the rest of this week kind of goes. The only other thing that I'm contemplating, and I don't know, let me know if anybody else has done this. So someone had commented down below that it's better to take the shots like on a Friday or something like that. And the more I think about it, I agree. So if you watch my first video, this all came about rather quickly. I picked up the shot on a Tuesday. I came home and I just took the shot because I didn't want all of that trepidation, like the build up, the plan. Like I just wanted to, like, I've been waiting for months, then it wasn't going to happen. So this was just, there was a lot of emotion back and forth, and I had started to get really depressed, and I was like, it's not for me, I guess. Like I'm not meant to ever be any other weight than I am now. The medication, isn't being approved. I'm never going to get it. And it didn't appear that that was ever going to be the path I was going to be able to take. And when it finally happened, I was so nervous and so excited. And I was just like, I'm just going to do it. And I'm going to start right now. And that's why I did that first video. Hey, I have no freaking idea what I'm doing, but we're just going to do this and hope for the best. And I've been learning a little bit along the way. So I'm considering changing to a Friday so that I don't have, hopefully, that hunger on the weekend. So like this Saturday, we have a party to go to. And, there's going to be dinner, there's going to be food, there's going to be drinks. And I'm nervous. Like I've gone out to dinner once and I've gone to my mom's twice. And I've been able to still make better choices. Well, this is, it's a pasta and chicken dinner with, cookies and cupcakes and then a bar. So the options are a little, and I couldn't eat, we paid to go. It's a fundraiser. It is what it is. So I'm trying to work out in my head how to do that, and you know, how the night is going to look and still be able to have fun and what's going to happen there. So Saturdays and Sundays are a little bit trickier. So I'm considering beginning a Friday shot, and I don't know how that would look, but I'm currently on Tuesday. So I don't know the best way to go about that. Would I go cold turkey, wait 3 days? Would I do a week chain? Like, I don't know. Has anybody done this in the past? Does anybody have any suggestions for what the best way to do this would be? Leave them in the comments below. So it's something I'm considering. I definitely so appreciate the feedback. I'm sorry I don't have the name of the person who left that comment, but I so appreciate it. And I am definitely considering that. And it does, obviously, it sounds like a better idea. I just jumped into this cold turkey and I don't even think I knew, I hadn't done a heck of a lot of research until like literally the day of that night I took the shot. Then that's all I did for 36 hours. But I don't think I even realized that it was supposed to be like a dramatic hunger reduction after the shot. You know, if I had known all that and had planned it out. So hopefully if someone watching this video is considering the shot and hasn't begun yet, maybe learn from my mistakes or learn with me. So I hadn't done that yet. So maybe a Friday is definitely a better option. And then you would avoid some of that hunger and that food chatter and all of that on the weekends, which obviously, you know, unless your schedule is different. So I work in public education. So I work Monday through Friday. Summer, now this is going to be a whole different situation. But, you know, the weekends, I'm home for the most part. I'm cleaning the house. I'm out doing errands and those things. And there's a lot more chance for snacking and things of that nature. So the weekends are definitely a better option to have a full amount of medication in my system. So that's definitely something. Guys, I'm really trying with the scale situation, and I really want to find a way to break this terrible, terrible habit. So please, a little bit of support down below. And I would love the support if you could subscribe to the channel. You know, I don't need any likes and all of those things, but comments down below. If you have any questions, if there's anything that's been working for you, I do read the comments. I love to see the comments. But yeah, so that's just the recap for the week. 10 pounds. I'm going to suck it up and go backwards and say that 2 weeks, the total is going to be 10. Trying to get rid of the scale. Aldi for the win, guys. Run out to Aldi. Try a couple of those bars if anybody has or has one that they really like. I like macadamia nuts. Peanuts are okay. I don't love almonds and those things, and a lot of the protein bars obviously are have almonds and cashews and pecans and stuff like that. I'm not really a big fan of that. And I did see some like cheese balls. They were like protein balls, so I did see those in there. So if anybody's tried those, can you let me know and let me know how those were, because those piqued my interest, but I was, you know, I didn't want to buy everything and not know, because sometimes other stores, you know, their off brands aren't so great. And these might not even be an off brand. I'm not even sure. Elevation might be Aldi's brand. It could be a national brand. I'm unsure of. But they were great. So I will definitely, next time I venture out to an Aldi, because again, there's not one near me, I will be trying it. Also, completely off topic, and I probably shouldn't be talking about this. My son called me from Connecticut today and happened to say, he mentioned Aldi, and I was like, oh, you have an Aldi near you? And he said, yeah. He said, but his wife, he said, she can't find my chocolate mousse. And I was laughing because I had eaten the chocolate mousse last night. He didn't come to dinner at my mom's because he lives an hour away from us now. And my mom had made the chocolate mousse, so it was kind of ironic, and I was kind of laughing because apparently Aldi's brand, and again, I don't know if Elevation is their brand or if there's something else, but he said it's Aldi's brand, and it's a chocolate mousse in a 4-pack, and he said they're almost like shooters, and apparently he said they're like the best he's ever had, and compared them to his favorite Portuguese restaurant, which if anybody knows, you know, the Portuguese restaurants have like the best chocolate mousse around, and he said that they were phenomenal. But I just thought it was kind of funny because I just talked about the chocolate mousse and how I ate the chocolate mousse last night, and here he called me with a big conundrum because his wife couldn't find his chocolate mousse at the Aldi. So apparently, who knew? We've been missing out all this time on Aldi. So yeah, I guess that's going to about wrap it up for the week. Again, guys, I really appreciate the support. I appreciate the comments. Thank you so much for all of the love. And yeah, we will see you guys again next week for a check-in, or who knows, there could be a midweek something that pops up that I just want to shoot the you know what with y'all, and yeah, we'll kind of take it from there. So go ahead, subscribe down below if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you real soon.